Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. And in today's video, we're here to talk about a whole slew of data mines. There is a lot. Today is Thursday, of course, so these are the days that typically they come out. One of the ones that I thought was really interesting is basically confirmation that the current tech raid team is going to be dead. There is mention about the next raids, plural, and that Orcus is not mentioned on this list, which basically assumes at this point, I guess, that they're being the next to go. That was bad English. But anyways, there's also some data mines around Battle World coming back. Azazel being the next, which we kind of assumed, right, is going to be coming out next week, and all of the events that are related to Blastaar over the next couple of weeks as well. So lots of things to talk about. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay. Now, before we go too far, I do want to kind of recap last week. We talked about some other data mines calling about, when Sebastian Shaw was basically early revealed before they did. And these unleashed week 1, the Hellfire Rings. I just want to recap. So this should be starting next week. And so we should be gaining these towards Sebastian Shaw. He's not epic. Okay, so we know that now. But it basically sounds like this is kind of like a Lalandra-esque thing where we were collecting the brooches, right, or whatever. And instead now we're collecting Hellfire Rings for Sebastian Shaw. That's what it looks like. And if you do want to unlock them early, it's going to be available by like August 28th or some crap that was mentioned, 25th, August 25th on one of the data mines here that you can complete him, basically, if you want to unlock him early. That's kind of what I got out of this, the Black King milestone. So all this should be starting next week. So this should be starting next week. The Unleashed Week 1, which is just battling in Cosmic Crucible and playing raids with Uncanny Avengers. So it's just small stuff that you're probably already doing anyways. Again, just kind of doing your regular gameplay. Now, I'm not going to talk about all these other ones. They are all listed here. Week 2, Week 3, right? You can check out my data mines. We talked about this in other videos. But I want to start down here at live, the Broken King Month 1. Now, Broken King refers to Blastaar in this instance. So we're moving on from the Harbinger, Month 1 to the Broken King, Month 1. Earn Antimatter and Blastaar Shards. We're going to get 200 Blastaar Shards to start, so that's going to be enough to get them unlocked, of course. Use Antimatter in the store to earn value rewards, including character shards, gear tier 20, the same stuff, right? The one thing I think that is really funny is that it keeps mentioning Old Man Logan diamonds, and this is something that they did in the Harbinger store as well. It was super confusing because he's already available, right? So why is it mentioned? It's like a bad copy and paste. You do get points, though, for Month 1 for playing the Fantastic Force campaign. That's like that 4-week long thing that's going to be, we're going to have Week 3 of that opening up next week. Gathering Antimatter, collecting these items from the Broken King Week 1 through 4 events. Playing a raid with Azazel, Rachel, and Sebastian Shaw. So again, not too surprising there. Week 1, earn gold, play Fantastic Force. Drum of War, which I guess is Week 3 probably. Clear waves in Battle World. So this is basically confirmation that Knull and the Battle World is going to be coming back, which for most, well, I'm not going to say for most of us, for some of us, this will be our 7 yellow obtain, which means that the King in Black Command Center milestone that gets us a 7 red should be coming soon as well. And what's interesting about that is that my guess is the next leaderboard is going to be a Knull Diamond leaderboard. You heard it here first, but it's probably not all that surprising. That's just my guess. There's going to be some leaderboard that's going to give rewards for Knull. Normally, I would think that they would wait a bit, but we had a Quasar Diamond leaderboard literally on the back of his Scourge event, so I think that they might not wait too long on Knull because we have Battle World 2 with Sentry coming in September. Playing Blitz with Azazel to earn exclusive rewards. So that's basically confirmation that he's going to be coming out next week. So again, earning gold for points for this one. The Fantastic Force chapter, clearing. Now it says clear wave 1 in Battle World, clear wave 2. So normally it's like clear waves, right? Because different zones is what it is. So I don't know if it meant clear zone 1. This is just what it says in the text anyways. So hopefully we just need to clear a bunch of waves in Battle World to get the points. Raid with Thunderbolts, make sure you're doing that, and then blitzing with Azazel 5, 6, 7 yellow, and then just playing a raid, and then also earning quad coins from the Danger Room. Now, this one's a little bit interesting because a lot of us, or some of us anyways, have already completed the Danger Room. There are quad coins in the leaderboard payout, and that might be enough to get this cleared. Hopefully they've thought about this, but it's Scopely, so we'll have to wait and see about that one as well. There is some information about the week 2 of Blastaar as well, which is going to be spending campaign energy. Now, this is not a leaderboard event, so this probably is clearable very easily with like less than 100 energy daily, that kind of thing. Like, so I don't expect much out of that. Playing Crucible with Immortal X-Men and earning the Broken King commendations from Fallen Dimension. Now, this one's interesting as well because that is not Negative Zone, but Fallen Dimension was another version of the Pocket Dimension, right? So it looks like we are getting a pocket dimension of sorts that's not quite Negative Zone, unless they're calling this the new chapter 2. I hope not, right? Because we had Negative Zone ad nauseum for chapter 1. I really hope they thought about this one, and this one is a little bit easier and something we do not have to do daily. Play Blitz with Rachel Summers to earn exclusive rewards. So again, this is, I think, week 4 of Fantastic Force. Crucible with Immortal X-Man, Fallen Dimension, and then Blitz with Rachel Summers at 567 yellow. Fantastic Surge. I think we already have this, but it's coming back anyways. You're going to spend campaign energy collecting antimatter from the command center, so this is going to continue on for a little while. Cosmic Raid 2. It's going to be next week as well. And this is going to be battling in Cosmic Crucible with Accursed at 567 yellow. Okay, because right now we have the Vigilantes raids and Vigilantes at 567 yellow. But now we're changing this to Cosmic Crucible. So that's interesting. I'm probably not going to get very far on that because I don't have the team built. And this is the interesting thing that I wanted to share with you. This was in the DATAMINES in the user interface file, something like this. Basically talking about, and this is probably going to be something that's going to show up in game later on at some point, but they're talking about chapter 2 of the Age of Annihilus and building teams and building your raid team specifically. And it says, including Hellfire Club to progress this new raid, whatever that is, right? The Annihilation raid. Recommended teams, Hellfire Club, Thunderbolts, Vigilantes, Night Stalkers, and Uncanny Avengers, which is interesting. So who's not there is Orcus and upcoming team. Orcus is not mentioned and Alpha Flight is not mentioned. That one's not a whole big of a surprise there. I don't know if they're doing away with the Spotlight raid or if Annihilation raid is going to be some sort of combination of the two. I do not know. But what I do know is that Orcus is not mentioned, Alpha Flight's not mentioned. So this tells me that basically there is going to be essentially a new tech raid team coming in the not so distant future. And I have some thoughts about this that we're going to talk about really quickly after we finish the rest of this. So play raid. There's another one down here called play raids, right? It's just like a tutorial kind of telling you what to do. Collaborate with your alliance to progress through various difficulties, each with harder requirements. Difficulties. Now this is infestation. I don't know what this is exactly. No trait requirements. Invasion. Oh, this might be, you know what? The 3 difficulties of the Annihilation raid. Infestation difficulty, no trait requirements. Invasion difficulty, open trait requirements. And Annihilation requires 5 members of a specific team. So this stuff up here, I bet you, is in relation to the Annihilation difficulty. So 3 difficulties of the raids. That's pretty interesting. Invasion might just be, the invasion difficulty might just be like I don't know, cosmic, global, city, that kind of like a way more open trait requirement, whereas Annihilation is going to be for those of us who are pushing the top end content. Earn rewards, progress through the hardest difficulties to earn. Appealing rewards including Gear Tier 20 and Sebastian Shaw Diamond Orbs. So that's also interesting because they're basically telling us what this new Annihilation raid is going to reward. We're not surprised about Gear Tier 20, but hopefully it's going to be more than what we currently have from the Chaos raids. They also talk about the return of the Quasar Scourge event, but that you only need 2 teams from Chapter 1. It says Vigilantes or Thunderbolts, Accursed, or Fantastic Four. It says building 2 teams of your choice. So maybe they're going to be opening up the nodes a little bit more so that you do not need all of them, right? And I think the best ones, honestly, if I have to say, was Vigilantes. They performed the best throughout Chapter 1 by far. That's just my opinions. Ranking up stars, they talk about the invasion event Quasar coming back, increasing difficulties required for 5, 6, 7 star teams. Now, this could require the yellow stars. Now, keep in mind the Vigilantes are farmable now. So they may, when it comes back, when the event comes back, may actually implement some sort of star requirement for you to participate in that. So do keep that in mind as well. Earning Quasar stars. Actually, there you go. It says it right here. Through various difficulties, 5-star teams unlocks the difficulty during 5-star Quasar, etc., etc. You need 7 stars. So you're gonna want to use vigilantes, right? And I guess it says you need something that's farmable, right? So if you need 2 teams of 7-star, then do keep in mind exactly what you're gonna need for that one. We also have some items in here. Not the Broken King Commendation. We talked about that. That's going to be in Fallen Dimension. Blah blah blah. Weekly items that you're going to be picking up in the events. Not that surprising here as well. We have these items for the Broken King, week 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have some offer data mines for Azazel. Also not super surprising. So it's going to be sometime next week. And we also have Cosmic Crucible Ultimate 32 coming back. A tournament for that going to be pretty soon. So either next week or the week after. So yeah, that's going to be coming back. Now I want to talk about the tech team, right? I want to talk about this stuff, the upcoming team, right? So this basically confirms that's going to be happening. So I want to jump back to my screen here. And the rumor and this makes a lot of sense. I haven't talked about this specifically, but this makes a lot of sense that Hobgoblin is going to be leading the new team for the villain tech team. They basically said it's going to be a Spider-Verse city villain team, right? And at this point, it has to be a tech team. And so I just wanted to kind of scroll through city villain at the very least, but the tech versions as well. I think there's going to be a rework to Shocker. How many of the Sinister Six they're going to leverage, I don't know, because that's pretty much all of them, right? There could be a new rework to add Mysterio onto the team. Some people did build Mysterio back during Superior 6 when they did that amazing Sinister 6 rework. Some people did this, some people did not. There was a gear crunch, right? Training mod crunch, whatever. People just didn't have the resources to build that many characters at the time. I left Rhino in the dust because he was kind of very niche. But Mysterio is a character that I used quite significantly back then, and I would love to see Mysterio on this tech raid team. Other than that, you have Spider Slayer, right? Maybe it might be possible. Vulture, I think he was so good, like people use them all around, that I would be surprised if Vulture was on this team. Now, I'm not going to speculate what other new characters are going to be on this, but I have no doubts that there is going to be Hobgoblin, because it's going to make sense for the third team of Chapter 2, aka in October. So not September. We have Hellfire Club this month. September, I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about it too much. But October being the third team of Chapter 2 makes a lot of sense to be going ahead with this, whatever they're going to call it, right? Probably led by Hobgoblin. I really hope it's not literally an identical model to Green Goblin Classic with some sort of left to right bombing attack animation wise. I hope they do something a little bit more unique, but part of me thinks that they're going to reuse some of the animation assets from Green Goblin Classic. And back when this team came out, I had this big issue with all the characters that did these wonky left to right attacks. Sometimes it was right to left, but they did all these like AoE attacks that just like basically went off the screen, right? Lizard did it, Craven did it. It was crazy how many times they did this. But it is going to be a new opportunity for people to pick up new city villains for Dark Dimension 8. Right, for Odin, if you're still having to do that because the choices are garbage. So I hope that at the very least that they'll rework some of these characters. I think Shocker's a shoo-in. Now, if we got rid of City, what if they're not all of them are, or the reworks potentially would be, they'd have to be villain tech, but we could remove that. I don't know what else is on the bottom of the list, honestly, for tech that would make sense with this team. They did talk about Crossbones possibly getting a rework, but I don't know if this would make a lot of sense in the context of Hobgoblin or any of those other characters. And frankly, I'm not sure any of these other characters on the bottom of the list that aren't minions do either. So my guess is it's going to be a full Spider-Verse villain tech city team is what I'm guessing at this point, with like Shocker is gotta be, because a lot of people just did not upgrade Shocker, and he was really nice as a summon for Doc Ock. And so this could actually propel the Sinister Six or the Superior Six a little bit more as well. Maybe give them a little bit more life if Shocker gets a kit rework as well. I don't know if he needs that much, honestly. He wasn't that bad, but I mean, they would need to add more stuff in here that's more relevant to this new team, and maybe some raid stuff if that's what's going to be as well. But honestly, it actually isn't terrible. It's just that we didn't really have a reason to build him because Doc Ock would summon him. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I heard about Jackal, or was it Ben Riley, a Scarlet Spider? I don't know, some sort of other spider tech character. I haven't followed every single thing in the Spider-Verse, but this is what I personally think is going to happen anyways. I think it's going to be in October, and that's going to be the raid team that they're talking about, because they always need like 1 or 2 lanes in each raid for us to struggle in. And I think that Annihilation raid, given that all of this stuff is in the data mines, is literally around the corner, probably sometime in August that they're going to release that, especially with the Hellfire Club coming out. They might even actually release it like within the next like week or two, because they're gonna hope that we struggle on the mutant side to get us to buy into Hellfire Club a little bit sooner. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.